Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about recruiter script. Recruiter script is different from recruit pitch. I'll talk about recruiter pitch in my next video. Um, Today let's discuss in detail about recruiter script. Any call, whether it is a business call or official call or a cold call, there are some prerequisites that qualifies if the call is professional or not. So for a recruiter, thorough understanding of CV is most important thing, and have your script ready, and also be ready with multitasking. So let me explain all this in a PowerPoint presentation. So I put it as a background information here. So the background information, what you require before speaking to any candidates, understand its CV thoroughly. So only the details which are not mentioned in CV, you can ask the candidate. If the details are already there and you're talking about the same thing, it probably irritates the candidate. So only need to ask questions which are related, and in case of any confirmation is required or clarification required or additional information is required. Okay. Understand the JD as well. It's important that you need to understand the JD completely, because a lot of candidates actually ask, what is the JD? Can you share me the JD? It's always better to briefly tell about the JD and also share the JD in an email, take an acknowledgement. So as mentioned, prepare your script ready. So in my previous video, I've actually explained about master tracker. You have your questions ready based on the master tracker. Some clients will give you some prerequisites like pre-screening questions, more be related to technology or asking them to rate on different skills. And also what is important to know about your company or the client. You need to tell about your company, who you are, and what you do, and also about the opportunity with which client, and the mode of employment, whether it is a contract to hire or a full-time opportunity. So be ready for multitasking. Like, when you're actually taking the details, you should be able to type in that in your tracker. In my previous video, I told you what are the questions that you need to copy information from the CV and be ready with the details, right? The basic information I highlighted with amber in the tracker. Okay. Next comes active listening. Most of the time you should be listening. You ask and listen most of it. 60 to 70% of conversation you listen. So you understand better about the candidate. Why he looking out, what is the reason for looking out, and all the details. So opening the call. First, greeting. Say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Who you are. I've given an example also here. My name is Hari. Where are you calling from? What is the purpose? Ask permission. Say an example. If I'm calling a candidate, I will introduce myself, saying that good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Hari. I'm calling from XYZ company. I'm calling with regards to an opportunity in ABC company for a senior developer position. Is it good time to speak? If the candidate says no, so what is your preferred time? So this is opening the call. So second thing is build the rapport. Once the candidate says, yes, I'm interested in, move ahead. If a candidate is not interested in, move to a different candidate. Say thank you and continue with the next candidate. So second important factor in your conversation is building the rapport. Rather than directly ask questions, ask something which is interesting from the CV. Probably you find out something like, this place, or particular hobby or interest, right? Say an example, philately is mentioned in the CV. See that, tell them, I see your hobby as philately. I'm curious to know about this. Would you mind talking about this? Right? So I'm given three examples here. Second example, I see you did your master from John Moores University. I did from Liverpool University. How long you were there in Liverpool? Did you get a chance to visit LFC and everything? Similarly, I see you're from Kodaikanal. I heard that that's a beautiful place. I haven't visited. What's great about this place? I'm planning to visit. Can you tell me more about it? So establishing rapport is most important, before going in depth into the details. Right? This may not be possible all the time when you're actually working in a bulk hiring. Maybe it's not possible, but you're looking for long-term relationship and you're looking for kind of more information and you're hiring niche skills. I think it's important for you to establish that report. So most of the interesting thing is, most of the CV provides all this information, right? Look at that points which you can make a conversation accordingly and build a report. Next comes is fact finding, right? So fact finding is finding the details from CV and to understand more about it. Some, as mentioned earlier, so the details may be there, but it's not complete details are available. Say an example. You passed out in 2015 from WBUT, and I believe this university name got changed, isn't it? So you ask more information around it. Similarly, you mentioned in your CV that your current company is XYZ. Are you working on direct payroll or through any other company? Here you're asking for a clarification. And also, you mentioned that you're an immediate joiner, but the company you are working has 90 days notice period. So how will you manage that? Are you serving notice period? Right? So these details you need clarification, right? So before I close, I'll also mention this point here. So prepare your script according to the need. We already explained it in Master Tracker. So a lot of cells where you have information requiring information like CTC, current location of the candidate, his preferred location, all these details you can just prepare accordingly. Right? So I told you multitask. When you are actually talking to the candidate, take the details and do the entry in the Excel sheet simultaneously. It has to be practiced over a period of time. It gets used to and it saves a lot of time. Right? So closing. So revise your script from time to time. Probably you written some question that may needs a correction, or probably over a period of time you feel like I think this is not the appropriate way to ask. Should I put it in a different way? Right? Maybe in a polite way. Right? So if you practice over a period of time, you get a confidence and you don't have to look for your script. It comes automatically. Right? So now you know what to talk. You have your script ready, practice. Always think that, is there any alternative and better way to ask this question? And practice until your script feels natural rather than you're actually looking at your notes and asking a question. You can practice at home or you can do a role play with your colleagues and you can stand in front of mirror, ask things. Though you're talking on a phone, it is important that as if you're talking directly with the candidate. Okay, so let me wind up with this. The key points. It's important that to establish the rapport, be genuine, Take the details, create a feeling to the candidate that you're taking care of it, right? Help him to get this job, support him whatever the way you can to get the job. Try until you get uh, an opportunity exists, right? So last but not least, this requires constant practice. So don't hesitate, be confident, and all the best. Thank you so much. I will see you in my next video. Until then, goodbye.